Hey Manuel, how you doing? Here at OXI Instruments. I've not seen this before. This is really interesting. So this is a sequencer by you guys.
Yeah, it's a sequencer. It's a 4 sequencer in one, and well, has many strong points. The modular integration. It has 4 sequencers which can have different modes. So we have from the mono sequencer, poly, a chord generator to make chord progression fast. Multitrack, which is really great, where you can have, like here, 8 independent tracks with independent MIDI channel, independent length, speed. So you have like 8 full complete tracks on one of the sequencers.
Wow.
And you can assign the same multitrack to the other 3 sequencers, having up to 32 tracks. And then you can have also more generative options like the stochastic and the new matricial, which has been recently, is going to be updated in the news in the next firmware release. It's going to be 4.0, which will bring a lot of new stuff.
Right, so 4.0.
Yeah, it's a 4.0.
Quite advanced then. You've been doing this for a while, yeah.
Many of us already know us, so we started with 1.0 for sure when we launched in 2021. And then last year we launched 2.0, then 3.0 with the new matricial. In 2.0 we launched the stochastic mode. And in this 4.0 we are not releasing a new mode, but we are improving matricial a lot, plus many other features like the modulation matrix that you can see here. And with the modulation matrix we can do crazy stuff like modulating the speed of the, let me turn on the ring, the controller.
So that controller's built into this, is it?
So I'm controlling with my hand different stuff, some controls on some CC parameters on the Coral, like the filter and reverb send, for example, and the speed of the sequencer. But now you can control the tempo, the scale, the end point of the sequence, whatever you want. Plus the already existing internal destinations like ARP speed, ARP division, pitch, probability. So you have a really comprehensive, a really huge list of modulation parameters inside the OXI One: gate, CV, pitch bend, retrigger, keyboard, ARP. You can even cross-modulate between LFOs. And
wow,
yeah,
it's so really, the ring sensor is built into the.
The ring is a Bluetooth controller, wearable. You can use whatever MIDI controller that you want, and it is connected via Bluetooth to the OXI One, which is another one of the features. It has Bluetooth and it has battery. As you can see, there is no power supply at the moment, and yeah, you can modulate now whatever you want with an external controller to expand even more the possibilities on the device.
Wow.
And everything that you hear is coming from the Coral, which is a module that we launched this year. It's a polyphonic module, but it is also multi-para, multi-timbral. That's why with the 8 voices you can do whatever you want. And now we have drums, we have a lead, we have a bass line. As you can see, it sounds really great. Even it sounds like a complete mix here. But you can of course go and launch of course use it like a MIDI polyphonic synth. What you hear is a chord progression where the filter cutoff is being modulated by the LFOs. It's like a chord, and it has reverb, has all the controls you need of a polyphonic module, of a full complete, with a full filter, the amp envelopes, the modulation envelopes. And I can play with the filter.
So it's got CV control in as well of various parameters.
Of course, you have the CV controls so it pairs really great with the modular. It really works well with external modulation, so you can not only modulate it with MIDI, but for sure it has a full integration with CV. And now I'm using MIDI, but if we remove MIDI and we can plug 2 cables to send pitch, one pitch and one gate. And I'm going to load another set of patterns here that I have. I'm going to make sure that I have assigned one CB and one gate through my pipe. In case you don't know, the pipe is a breakout module where all these 8 CBs and 8 gates are like channeled.
Ah, okay, yeah,
to the
yeah. Then you
module.
have a breakout box.
And
yeah.
with this HDMI cable, I can have all my outputs on one single cable. That way, it's much like convenient instead of having 16.
So that's just a micro to regular HDMI.
Sorry?
That's just a micro HDMI. Out. Yeah.
Instead of 18 cables, right? And yeah, okay, should be working now. So as you can see, the different voices are being strummed with only one CB and one gate. We can have, let's make this sound.
Oh, it's very dark.
Yeah, 1 second. Because okay, now it should work.
Ah, okay.
Let's make it. And it has 10 engines. We can really swap the engine.
Wow, that's really powerful. I've not come across either of these before. This is. I feel like I've missed out all this time.
You miss it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Sounds really, really great. I mean, it has a wavetable where you can put your own wavetables. It has a sample player. The track that you were hearing before has the kick, the snare, and the hat came from a sample. That's why it sounded really powerful. And you can combine the wave player with the other engines. You have the virtual analog, FM, wave folder, a custom wave player. You have the MDO, which is like a super saw, super detune, super square, right? Where we can morph between the saw and the square.
Wow. Okay.
And this is the controls, the PWM, the pulse width modulation, sorry. Has reverb, has chorus, has also
So is this a DSP-based module, right? This one.
Yeah, it's DSP. It has a really powerful engine inside which runs all these. So for example, the MDO is like 8 oscillators per voice. So in total will be 64 oscillators. That's why it sounds, if we can really dig it, the sound here.
And there's lots of MIDI assignable parameters as well.
Yeah, everything that you see here, from the filter envelope to the level to the pan, the reverb amount, everything is controlled. You can control it with via CC parameters. So you can use or combine the CC modulation with the CB inputs.
So what does this one cost, the Coral?
In euros, it's 450. In pounds, should be around 430, something like that. Depends on the shop, of course.
And what about the one?
Yeah, of course. This year, we also launched the black version of the OXI One, because with the only change that it has a black button layout, and the black version in our shop is like close to the 800 euros, and you can find it on retailers for around that as well.
And what about the breakout?
The breakout is in 90 bucks.
Right, and you could just use regular HDMI cables, which is a really smart idea.
Yeah, the HDMI cable is included, and yes, it's really convenient. If you want to travel with your setup, of course you can only disconnect one cable and take your OXI One on your back, and the modular gear on the separately.
Neat. Thank you so much, Manuel. That's great.
Thanks for visiting us, and please join us here and check out all our stuff.